Hello YouTube, we are back once again, Jake and Sarah here. The triathlon video hopefully will be up tomorrow. We got some work to do on that. That's going to take quite a bit of time to edit. And my parents are coming over soon. They were at the triathlon today cheering us on along with her parents and a couple other people. It's a good day. Thank you to those that did come out to cheer us on and help film with additional cameras. We appreciate that. So let's get into how we met. It was 9 years ago at pretty much this exact time of year. Right. It's about mid-June. Camp started. It's about this exact time 9 years ago. Well, I think who do you think caught whose eye first? It was Sarah, I would say, more so than me.
Yeah, it was me.
So why don't you tell about how you met me, or when you first remember seeing me?
So yeah, I was at camp. I see this guy, and he was sitting down, and he had this blonde or brown curly hair, and he just had this those pretty brown eyes. I don't know. There was something about him. I just thought, who is that? Thought to myself, I want to know who that is. For some reason it took me off guard. I don't normally notice that. I mean, you notice the guys, they're cute, but like
something was different about this guy.
Different. I could just tell it was different. I knew it in my head somehow. Can't explain it. I think it's just a gut thing. I noticed him, and my friend told his twin brother, who was there, that I had liked him, and his brother's like, "Oh yeah. That's so cool. Here, let me try to, tell me about yourself so that I can
tell you all about him.
I can tell him." And so he told me a bunch of stuff, and he had told Jake that someone liked him.
Didn't spill the beans quite right away.
No, but he
I was
figured
intrigued,
it out.
like, ooh, a girl likes me, ooh. So I was all intrigued.
Yeah, so he found out. And then he found out it was me.
When I found out, Josh said, my brother, he said, the girl that likes you is into DDR. And then one day I was in the break room. We met at a summer camp, by the way, in the year 2008. We're from different states. She's from Michigan. I'm from Chicago, Illinois area. So Josh said, yeah, this girl also likes DDR, Dance Dance Revolution. You probably saw that in our house tour a few days ago, that pad. This is back when I played all the time. I haven't played in like 2 years. And then when you asked about that one day, I knew it was you then. I knew you were that girl that liked me, because he said, yeah, this girl likes DDR, and you mentioned it. It took a little bit of things to get going. I'm pretty shy, especially when you got a beautiful blonde chick that likes you. That takes, I don't know, just, you're shy, I'm not Brad Pitt or some supermodel or something, you're just not overwhelmed, but I guess I don't know, you're afraid of looking like an idiot when a cute girl likes you. Any other guys relate? Talk to me now. Comment below if you think this is true. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't confident enough, because I never had a girlfriend before. I don't know.
I never had a boyfriend before.
She never had a boyfriend. I never had a girlfriend. We had a staff banquet that came up like the second week or so. It was a weekend. Yeah. I remember that. It was a little dance party, chocolate fountain, just a place for the staff to go and hang out on the weekends, because we didn't have campers on Saturdays and half of Friday and part of Sunday. We didn't have any kids and campers that we had to deal with, so they just hosted events usually every Saturday. So we went to that. I think you asked me, right? Yeah, I'll go. Somebody told you to grab my hand, right?
Yeah, one of my friends.
She's like, what did she say now?
Hold his hand.
Hold his hand. And then she did, and I kind of like pacing a little or moving my foot up and down, and I was just kind of nervous. I'm not used to holding a girl's hand in public. I'm a lot younger too. This is 9 years ago. To be honest though, I haven't aged much in the last 9 years. I look almost the exact same, thank God. I was just kind of nervous, and I held hands. We weren't officially dating. This isn't like Sarah. She's not like bold like this. Something about me.
You caught my eye.
Something about me caught her eye. So I remember we also held hands on the way back, and we just kind of talk about each other's lives, just
Yeah.
our family setting, what we grew up. You told me about your youth group. I told you about my youth
Yeah.
group. You know, just we had a good time on the way home. I think we held hands the entire way back to home / camp.
Yeah.
It was like the entire way. It's about 30-40 minute drive back from the staff banquet. So, you know, time went on. One day, somebody, I think it was Josh, he's like, dude, ask my brother when his break is. Ask him when he goes on his breaks. Because you could choose 3 times a day to go on a break. He had a 2-hour break. You could choose one in the morning, after lunch, or right before dinner. I was just like, oh, I think you're kind of sad in my reply. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't know when I'm taking break. I mean, I gotta talk to my coworker. I gotta talk to my co-counselor. I don't know when I'm going on break. And I think you were sad, and I think you felt discouraged after that.
I did. Because I wanted to hang out. So I
wanted to hang out
so I was
and
going to
have
take
my
the
break.
same break.
And it's like, well, yeah, I don't know yet. I mean, I gotta talk to my I haven't decided yet. It's like, dude, you got this blonde chick hitting on you, Jake, and come on, you gotta get in there. Who knows what was wrong with me? I don't know what was wrong with me. So some time passed, and we ended up talking to each other on my breaks, and I saw you, and I was shy the entire time around her, probably until after camp ended. The camp was 10 weeks long.
Yeah.
And I think I was shy the entire time. So I think about week 7 or 8, there's 9 weeks. About week 7 or 8, I went away for the weekend with a couple guys to another guy's apartment, and you know, just kind of hung out, all the guy staff. It was a good time, and I know Sarah sent a letter with me. I think I read it later, and she talked about how we could become more than just friends.
Yeah.
It's all right, you know. Sometimes women can get intimidated, you know. Who knows what would have happened if I would have... I guess what I'm saying is, don't be afraid. If male or female, you're watching this, and you like somebody, and you think they have some good qualities, and you see a lot of good qualities in them, you think they're cute, you think they're attractive, go for it, man. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't be scared. Just do it. Life's too short. I mean, worst case scenario, you get rejected, but if you're silent, you might get a rejection show to say because you didn't go for the person. So my encouragement to you guys, man, just you find a girl smoking hot, go after her, dude. Especially if she's single. You find a guy just super attractive, go after him. Now, personality is important too. We're going to talk more about relationships in the future. Advice. And yeah, don't go for somebody just for looks. They need to be compatible with you. So, you know, you sent me a letter and you're like, I don't know how you're feeling, but I'd like to become more than just friends. Oh, okay. Thought about it, and I think I got back that weekend at Saturday night because, you know, we got campers the next day at 2 o'clock. The campers come, and I think we just, we went out underneath the zip line, underneath the stars. We're laying in the grass on a hill, and I was just kind of laying there. She had her head on my shoulder, had my arm around her, and I said, yeah. And after that, Sarah's like, can I kiss you? Yeah. I never kissed anybody before, and we did. And I said, yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's be girlfriend and boyfriend. All right. She has a lot of great qualities that I would want in a person and a future wife. So we ended up dating. This is like the last 2 weeks, week and a half at camp. I think there's like 10 days left or 2 weeks. So we ended up dating, and same thing again next weekend. Just making out under the stars. I really enjoyed the weekends.
Yeah, we stayed up pretty late.
We stayed up to like 2, 3 in the morning.
We did not get our sleep.
We did not get our sleep, and
it was worth it.
It was a lot of fun, you know. She hadn't had a boyfriend, I hadn't had a girlfriend. We're kissing and making out under the stars at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, looking at the stars. And it was romantic, so it was very cute. I was a bit unsure if it was going to work out. She says she's from Holland, Michigan. Where's that at? I don't know where that is. You know, it was a long-distance relationship for a couple months. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we go 2, 3 weeks without seeing each other.
Yeah.
About 2.5 to 3 hours away I lived from her. So what happened eventually is about 6 months later, I went to school over in Grand Rapids, and now I was only about 30, 40 minutes away from you. Only about 30 to 40 minutes away from Sarah, and sometimes I saw you on the weekdays, but I always got to hang out with you every weekend when I was in school. Just putting on peppermint oil. I got to hang out with you every single weekend. So Friday, Saturday, part of Sunday, and sometimes I saw you on the weekdays. And that happened, went there. A year later, almost exactly a year later, after been dating, that's when I proposed and did a little surprise. We went out to the beach, the Holland State Park. We will hopefully have some footage of that later this month.
All right, guys, it's strong.
Or later this summer. We will definitely have footage of the Holland State Park. It's a beautiful beach. Surprisingly, we haven't been out there yet.
I know.
Year. Well, it's gonna be warm this week. Maybe this week we'll get out there. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Did you expect me to propose? You knew it was coming soon.
When it's definitely coming.
You knew it was coming. Were you surprised when I proposed and got down on one knee and showed you the ring?
Once you started doing it, I kind of knew what was going on.
Yeah, I was all nervous. When I get nervous, I shake my hands like this, and I talk fast. Sometimes like I do in our videos, I just kind of talk fast. So I did it. I proposed to her. I gave her her ring. We kissed. I think we went to Olive Garden for dinner. That was back when we were both a bit heavier back then. We weren't vegan and stuff back then. We weren't health conscious when we first met each other. That came out later. Yeah, you guys might see us always eating healthy and doing healthy recipes. We were not always like that.
No.
I used to be a huge junk food addict, and I was a bit heavier at one point. So anyways, we were engaged for a year, got married a year later, spent 2 years in the apartment, and was able to save up some money. Her parents gave us some money, and we got this house. And that was, we met in the year 2008 in June, so about this exact time. And we got married 2 years later, so 2010, August. The first time I remember seeing you, you were with somebody else. You're doing some kind of like handshake, high five kind of thing. You're like, give me a break, give me a break, break me up a kiss of that Kit Kat bar. They're like doing some kind of handshake. And when you first met me, too, one of the times you remember me, you guys were asking for help for tables or something. Tell us about that.
It was the beginning of camp.
Yeah.
So like the dining room, we didn't have everything set from the summer, so they were like putting the tables up and stuff, and they were pretty heavy. And I was like, hey, is there any guys that are willing to help us move these heavy tables?
Me getting ready to flex. I'll be like,
I can help.
I'll help these women.
So willing to help. I was like,
I'll help these chicks.
Thank you.
A couple other, it was just you and a couple other women.
Yeah, it was a couple other my friends.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'll jump. I'll help you girls. So that's it, and we have a very happy marriage, happy relationship. We're very happy together. Truthfully, we get along better now than when we first met and when we first got married. It's true.
So,
yeah, we get along better now than when we first met. We love each other more than ever before. Love each other with all our hearts. I guess my encouragement to you guys is, we were a little bit older when we first had our first girlfriend and boyfriend, and I'm glad we waited because I don't know, I wouldn't want to. I don't know what it's like to go through a bad breakup or a bad relationship. We didn't experience anything like that. We were patient. We were older. We were over the age of 20 when we finally started dating. We're so happy together. To me, it was worth the wait. Maybe you think you're 12 years, I don't know, 12 is really young. Like 15 years old. Maybe you're thinking, I've never kissed a guy before. I'm so sad. Or I'm 16. I don't have a boyfriend yet. Or man, I'm 18 years old. I don't have a girlfriend yet. Like, dude, you're young. You got time. You'll find somebody. Be patient.
Yeah.
Is what I'd say. And it was totally worth waiting. I don't know what it's like to go through a hard breakup or anything. So I guess I'm glad we were patient and we waited for the right person. Yeah. So I think that's about all we got. Or man, we're already at 17 minutes. We're gonna try to get that triathlon video up tomorrow. We're just putting this one up because this won't take very long at all to edit. But hope you enjoyed our cute and romantic story of how we met. Super happy together. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Triathlon video should be up tomorrow. 2 previous videos will be here, I think. Here, I don't know.
Sides.
Off to the side if you missed day 10 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow.
See you later.
Stay hydrated, stay healthy, eat lots of whole foods, treat others the way you want to be treated, encourage one another, build each other up. Bye bye, guys.